Okay, I took a bit of time out to compose myself after the travesty that was Game 1, and I'm back to bring you Game 2. This is Luke versus Ben. Luke, this time in the bottom right, playing as Protoss. Ben in the top left, this time building workers from the outset. So, you know, already he's improved. He's off to a better start than we were in the last game. So worker comes out and is going to go ahead and drop a pylon. All normal. Very, very nice indeed. Over on this side of the map, Extra MS is about to build a supply depot. So, you know, already this is substantially better than Game 1. No gas first, nothing odd. Just workers and depots come in. Whoops. In Protoss, it's Forge first. So it looks to me like Luke is planning to do a cannon rush. And as we all know, the cannon rush is the filthiest of all the builds. It's not big, it's not clever, nobody likes it, but, you know, people do it. Off he goes. Now, the cannon rush, it's definitely a build that you'll meet. Basically, you build a forge, you build a pylon in your opponent's base, and you build cannons. And those cannons you can get down very early. You know, look, we're only a minute or so in. So the idea is your opponent won't have anything that can kill the cannons. Cannons are tough. So the key to beating a cannon rush is knowing that it's coming. Because if you see the stuff building early enough, you can just kill it with your workers. So let's see what happens here. There goes the first cannon. And normally what you would do is you would build it somewhere where your opponent can't see it. But your opponent can see this. Interestingly though, no reaction. Ben decides, just no. I'm not. I see your cannons, but I'm not going to bother doing anything about it. I don't understand. Look at the cannons here. Well, there's no cannons yet, but you know what? Right, it's too late. Right. The trick is to kill the stuff as soon as you see it. Look, there's only actually one worker attacking. These three are just standing there. No, this isn't going to work. You need to try and attack the stuff that is building. Right, these cannons are going to finish up and wreck all these SCVs. So this is already trouble. Now what's about to pop out here is a Marine, and that Marine is going to walk into his death. So what does Ben need? He needs a Reaper. And the reason I say that is for a couple of reasons. One, Reapers can heal, so if a Reaper takes a cannon shot to the face, it can pull back and it will recover from that. Marines can't. Two, Reapers are fast, so you can dive in, get a shot on the probe and dive out again before dying. Three, Reapers have got those grenades, so if you're a bit tricksy with your micro, you can lob in a grenade and pop the worker out to somewhere where you can snipe it completely. Because if you kill the worker, you end this. You know, cannons can't move, they can't chase you. So it looks like Ben is going to deal with this by flying his command center out. And look, do the Bubulas slow down buildings? Doesn't look like they do. Command centers just go at that speed. Oh, that's quite cool. Yeah, so he's just going to fly away, and that's probably the right choice. If it gets to this stage, terrain buildings can fly. So you lift this up, you move everything elsewhere, you take your workers and you walk as far around the edge as you can, and you just run them out. You'll lose one or two workers, but hey, ultimately you get out with the bulk of your workers, and your opponent has spent 400 on pylons and a further 300 on cannons. So the fact that you get out with only a few worker losses is actually a bit of a win. I'd like just let this finish. Don't worry about it. Get your workers out before any more cannons finish up. Don't run. No. Don't do that. Oh God, no. Please make it stop. Well, all these workers are dead. He's not even going to get a cannon. They're just all going to die. What is this? So it looks like 17 kills on a thing that doesn't move. It's like, come on, man. They don't move. They can't chase you. They're bolted to the ground. It's got 19 kills. Anyway, brilliant stuff. Look, you've still got 4 workers. You could potentially get 3 of them out, because if you just bring them around the edge here and run, The cannons will have a shot at one of them and kill it, but the other 3 possibly get out before the cannons shoot again. Maybe you lose 2, I don't know, but you at least you'd get a worker. Anyway, he's flown the CC away, and I don't believe that Luke knows about this command center. Well, he knows that it flew away, so he's got to suspect this location. For reasons best known to himself, Luke seems to think that he's playing tic-tac-toe or something. He's gone for all 4 corners instead of just finishing the game. You know, this is in the last game we saw a single zealot get like 19 kills. Here we've got a single cannon with 19 kills. You've killed all your opponent's workers. Just go across the map and end the game. You know, but why expand? You don't need bases. You don't need a macro game. You just need a couple of units to finish this. What's your opponent going to do? They've got no workers. Anyway, you know, it's all good, isn't it? This is round 1 of, and it is after all a noobs tournament, so maybe I just need to cut people a bit of slack. So this zealot is going to clean some stuff up here. Luke is going to be on 4 bases shortly, but he's only got the 1 gateway. You know, when you've got more nexuses than gateways, something is definitely wrong. When you've got 4 times as many, then things have gone so far wrong. Please. Right, good. So that's on fire. That's probably worth mentioning about Terran buildings. If you do enough damage to Terran buildings, if their health gets down into the red, they catch fire, and they will then sort of self-destruct, so their health will continue to go down when they're on fire. So if you are just cleaning up a Terran base and just sort of seeing off the buildings, you don't have to completely kill them. You can just set them on fire and then move on to the next building, and they will burn down. Of course, the Terran can repair buildings by putting the SCVs on to repair. So these zealots come in to clean up the SCVs. The SCVs don't do very well against zealots, and surely this is the end of the game. Marines popping out one at a time aren't just, you know, there's too many zealots here to be able to deal with. So these hyperspeed zealots just hacking everything down. There you go. Barracks on fire. Now, if he lifts off, if he flies the command center away, you know, just he can be salty and extend this game. Now the command center's on fire, it is doomed because he doesn't have any workers to repair it. So it is going to burn down, even if it does get away from the stalker. And I don't think it is going to get away from the stalker. Because the stalker is following it, and there we go. So 2-0 to Luke in the first round, and that was quite a game. GG.